Hello, welcome to Flower Juice. My name is John McDonald and today we're going to make a simple vase of flowers. Now, it's so easy just to get some flowers and put them in a vase, but in some ways we can do a little bit more than that. So this arrangement today is really going to be a kind of Japanese inspired arrangement. We're going to use this lovely vase which I got in a second-hand shop. It's really nice and earthy and I just love the feel of it. It's also nice and heavy, so it's got a good weight for holding an arrangement if we had a lot of material. But the material that we're going to use today is really just some nice garden material. I've got a little bit of Sweet William, and really this was the thing that caught my eye. It's just so pretty. I think it'd be really nice to just make this little vase and have it for the house. So we've got a little bit of Sweet William, a little bit of fern, a little bit of greenery. Now I always thought this was forsythia, but it's not. It's got a little white flower on it, which is really cute. So we're going to use that. I don't know what the name of that is though, but the thing that we're going to use for holding our flowers is a cross fixing. So what do I mean by cross fixing? Well, instead of putting foam in here or all the flowers are just going to drop to the bottom, if we put a couple of twigs just across the neck of the vase, then we can basically use that as a support for our flowers. So I'm just going to clean off this extra greenery, get ourselves 2 pieces of twig. So really what we're looking for is something that's green, so it's got a little bit of flexibility and also about the thickness of a pencil. So what I want to do is I just want to make one straight cut and one cut on a slant. So that's going to allow me to position it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep cutting the straight edge until we get it to fit. Now this, this is a little technique that takes a wee bit of practice. Now I can see now that my slanty edge is starting to sit inside there. There is a danger with this though, because we're going to wedge this, it's going to create a little bit of pressure, and that pressure can break a vase, so we don't want to do that. We have to be careful of that. So if you're wanting to practice this and you've never done it before, I would use like a metal vase or a really strong vase would be your ideal thing. Now we're just going to do that for the other one as well. Because you don't want to break a good vase. And it can really break it. So this just takes a little minute. The thing is, once you've done it, it will last a little while. But as the twigs dry, you'll find that they basically get smaller and they'll tend to fall out. So it'll last for a little while, but then you'll need to redo it. So this really was just a little bit of conifer from my hedge. It's great material because I've got loads of it, and it does have that bit of strength. Now, I've actually cut that too short, believe it or not. So let's do that again. For all this was a little cheap vase, I don't want to break it. So this is the type of arrangement that you can make with what you have. You really can just see what you've got, and it's a good opportunity to bring some flowers into the house. So there we go. We've got our 2 twigs basically placed into the vase, up just a little bit down from the neck, but this is going to allow us to put in materials that can drop a little bit as well. So let's just have a little tidy up. And our next thing is we need to add some water. So just fresh, clean water is fine. If you've got a little bit of plant food, you could put that in. The beauty of using a vase that's ceramic is that you will not see the stems, you'll not see any dirt that's created by the materials. So ceramic vases are really useful. And then we just want to have a look at our materials. So as I say, we've got our lovely Sweet William, which I just love that colour. Got a couple of pieces of fern. Fern I find works well. If you cut it the day before and give it a good condition overnight, then that is really the best thing. So I'm just looking at this, and this has got a lovely direction. So I'm thinking we can just bring that in over here. Just going to clean off those. Now I don't want this to twist. So this is the thing, is it is going to twist a little bit. You can just actually manipulate that a little bit on there. What I might do, in fact what I am going to do, is I'm going to put a little split in this stem. So because this is a woody material, we can split it to help fix it. And what I'm doing is I'm just cutting straight up that stem. And also giving it a little bit of manipulation onto the edge of the vase. So that little split, which is going over one of those stems, is basically holding the flowers. Let's have a little look. So as you can see, I've split it and it's just crossing over that stem. So let me just put this camera back. So that's holding that the way I want it. Now, as I say, you can also do a wee bend. Just using the neck of the vase is also quite a handy little tip. And we will add our other material. I don't want it to be too bushy and green. This is more about creating a nice line. So this is nice green material. We can use that to our advantage. And what we're really going to do is, with these stems, as they all come together, is they're going to create a little bit of a structure in itself. So the more material we add, the better. So I'm just looking at where those stems are lying and how best that they'll actually support each other. So we're starting to create a little bit of a framework that we then can put our beautiful Sweet William into. Now this little guy I'm going to put more to the back. And this one I think would be good, just bringing it over. So if you're wanting to create a bit of interest into a design, then having a bit of asymmetry is always a kind of good underlying aspect to have. Asymmetry always looks good on the eye. So you can see that I'm doing that with these little white flowers. We're basically creating an asymmetrical triangle that is going to create a little bit of a framework there. So we've got our beautiful material and I just want to place our Sweet William now. So the first one I'm going to do is basically to the front. Now another thing you can do is you can cut things with an angle that will help hold on the side of the vase. So I'm keeping things quite light and airy. I want this to have quite a kind of natural garden feel. So rather than going too much in and recessing the material, then basically keep some of it forward is good. We can recess a little bit. I'm going to bring a little bit down here. And that just takes your eye into the design. And really, when you look at it from the side, this is kind of facing forward. So I'm going to put this in a place where you're going to see it really from the front. Obviously, if you're going to put it in a different location where it's seen from all sides, then you have to think in a different way. But as I say, I just wanted this to be quite a simple arrangement, but in a way a little bit considered. So considered in the sense that instead of just plonking things in a vase, we've actually given it a line, we've given it asymmetry, we've created it in a considered way. So this is really all I'm going to do. This is all it really needs. To be honest, we could put a little bit of greenery just to the back here. Yeah, this one is good. And the reason for this one is it just takes the eye through the design and gives a little bit more depth. Now, that is really our arrangement for today. So we've got simple vase, some simple garden flowers, but we've managed to create an arrangement that's interesting and has a natural feel. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. We've got a new video every week. We'd love you to join us for our next design. If you've already subscribed, thank you. It really does help our channel. If you haven't, then if you could, that would be great. If you can give this video a thumbs up, even share it, that's even better. Now, we have new videos every week and we'd love you to join us for our next one. But if you're feeling inspired just now, have a look in the description box and we'll post a link for another one of our designs that you might find enjoyable as well. So until next time, take care and we hope to see you soon.